Whoever said winning isn't everything never had to fight cancer.
Hi, and welcome to Yeti at Large. This is a channel focused on making the most out of what you have, no matter where you're at. Thanks for tuning in and helping out.
Before we move on to our announcements, just take a moment to show respect for the power of chores. Sometimes it feels really good. Cut some firewood, throw some hay. Just take care of stuff around the farm. I do enjoy chores. This might sound strange to you, but I recommend you try it. Get outside, take care of stuff a little bit. Well, this was our announcement we had for Yeti at Large. We've rescued an Arabian mare. She came from a bad situation. She's not completely healthy, but we just couldn't say no. And so I present to you Isabella Stella Luna Supernova. She doesn't know her name and she's really not that interested. Anybody who's ever had a horse knows I have her undivided attention because I'm holding a little bit of alfalfa. That's not the main reason why we want to talk today. We got something more important to cover. Let's grab a brush. As you can tell, she loves her dirt bath. So yeah, we've had a rough go of it lately. A couple months ago, this big old mass showed up on the side of my neck. And now I sound like I swallowed a kazoo, don't I? Well, we started seeing doctors, and they started looking at me really quick and using words like mass, tumor. We did a couple of biopsies. The first biopsy only got what was called a crush artifact, meaning the cells were crushed and they weren't readable. But they could give a false positive for malignancy. We went back for a second biopsy and they used a needle the size of a sewer pipe, and they got what was called a necrotic tissue sample, meaning dead tissue. So they ordered a CAT scan, stat. We did that quickly. The doctor called me within the hour of having the CAT scan and referred me to an ENT surgeon and an oncologist. It's a sobering thing when somebody looks you in the eye and says, "You have cancer," and we're hustling on this. Now, we still have a 0.1% chance that this is not a cancerous tumor. But that chance gets smaller and smaller every step of the way. Right after having that CT, we got referred to the Barrows Clinic in Phoenix, Arizona to see the surgeon. The surgeon put a camera on a string up your nose and down the back of my throat and found a tumor that looked like somebody glued a golf ball to the side of my esophagus. And he used the word cancer and tumor. Then they scheduled me for surgery in 5 days. No playing around. In the meantime, they want something called a PET scan, P-E-T, which is basically a cancer marker. They inject you with fluorescing dichromatic glucose, and they get a good look at maybe if this is spread. Hey, kiddo. You want your cameo? Come here. she gorgeous? So we don't think it's spread yet, but they want to know for sure. And I'm going to do that on Monday, and then drive 2.5, 3 hours to the clinic to do pre-surgery x-rays, blood work, go NPO, and then at 5:30 in the morning, be on the surgeon's table. With any luck, they'll carve most of this out without losing my vocal cords, without winding up with the trachea. And then I go on radiation and chemotherapy. I'm expected to lose a lot of weight, and it's not a whole lot of fun. Now, this is the most common type of cancer cell, I'm told, and when we get that biopsy from the surgery Tuesday morning, they'll know a whole lot more. I certainly hope to be able to add cancer survivor to my resume sometime soon. I appreciate all you asking where I've been and what's been going on and why aren't we posting fun videos of political stuff or RVs or cooking. Well, maybe we'll start posting some Arabian. I do have a funny story though. When I was on field training as a sheriff's deputy, my trainer, he was one of the best horse people you're ever going to find in this world. Good cowboy, good horseman. And it just made him crazy that I wasn't, that I didn't know a thing about horses. So he spent the 4 weeks of field training that I was with him on that segment teaching me about what's a bay, what's a roan, what's a sorrel, what's a paint, what's an Appaloosa. And on the last day of training, we get a call that there were horses loose out on this road. And you can see he gets tense right away. And I said, relax, Bill, I've got this. And I see the 2 horses, and I immediately recognized what kind of horses they were. And I told dispatch, 113, I'm on scene, and I'll be out with 2 Arabic horses. I think he nearly hit the roof when I did that. So that's for you, field training sergeant. You are a dust mop. Yes, you are. All right, kiddo. No, I can't feed you any bit more because Mom says that you don't get any more until dinner time. So please, if cancer's touched your life, if you're a cancer survivor, or like me, you're just getting started on that journey, keep your chin up. Keep your foot on the gas. Keep engaged. Have faith. And stay tough. I've fought worse hombres than this and come out of it, and I'm not about to let this be the last story in my life. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeti at large.